Hey Fitness Pros. So what you do or don't do in a first session with a prospective client can really make or break that session. They can either decide not to enroll with you as a client and keep thinking about it forever, or decide to start training with you 2-3 times a week, invest a couple $1,000s. And so at Northwest Personal Training, we have a systematic approach to what a first session should look like to really maximize the chances that this client will actually continue on with you as a client. You're actually going to see a complimentary session, a first session from start to finish, so you can see one in action. The first thing you need to understand is that before you do a comp session, you really need to do some preparation. First off, we have all of our clients fill out a client information questionnaire. It's a really detailed questionnaire of what they're doing, what they're not doing, their health history, their goals. So we have a really good understanding of who this client is, so we can really customize the first session based on that client and what their needs are. On our checklist, there's also things like doing some preliminary planning and actually filling out some paperwork so the client sees that you've actually done something before this first session, so they can really see your business skills and see that you're organized and have really planned for that first session. We get a number of things ready, like we make sure we have our fitness assessment materials ready, like our blood pressure cuff. We make sure we have a sales presentation ready to go. We have our fitness results manual ready to go. We make sure that the trainer has their training schedule, like when they're available, so they can pinpoint to the client, oh, let's have you train at such and such time. I have that time available. So making sure the office is organized. Just a checklist of little things that you need to do to really make sure you put your best foot forward for this prospective client. During the actual session, the first few minutes should be just a welcome to the studio, introductions to staff and clients, and helping that person feel really welcome. We have a black resource folder that we give to a prospective client just to let them know, hey, here's who we are, here's our strengths, here's what we're all about. Explain to them our fitness results manual and how we educate our clients to make sure they become an expert on their body and health and fitness, so they know exactly what they need to do to get really great results. Next thing we do is we go through a proposed weekly workout structure. Every day, Monday through Sunday, what should they be doing, and try to be as specific as possible so they really can see this plan really start to come to life based on their schedule and based on their goals and what they're trying to accomplish. The next 10 minutes we do an initial fitness assessment, and that's really important so that we just understand, who is this person, how do they move, what imbalances, exist, weaknesses, tight muscles, take them through the assessment. And then a really important part of the sales and servicing part is really explaining what you saw in their body and how you're going to customize the plan for them. Then we'll do about 10 minutes or so of activity, just getting them to really experience what personal training is all about. And in the last 10 minutes, we want to make sure we reserve some time to really explain to them the options that they have for working with us. And we should really be able to hone in for that client. You've read their CIQ, you spent, a good 45 minutes with them, you should be able to really make a good suggestion. And part of the sales process is educating on the options based on what their interests are, and then, making a suggestion. Here's what I think would work really good for you. At that point, if you've done everything right from A to Z, you should never have to ask, do you want to work with me? Do you want to become a client with me? If you do everything right, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, you can enroll that client and they'll become a lifelong client for you, or a really great client for you. And most of our trainers regularly generate $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month for our business. And you have to have a system to make that happen. We know, here's what a great first session looks like. And if you do it like this, your chances of that person actually becoming a client and you reaching your revenue goals are much greater. So enjoy the session, and I hope you get some great ideas and tips for your business.